Hello, welcome to practice. My name is Kathleen. We're going to run through a Vinyasa class now. No props or anything required today. We're just going to jump on the mat. There's lots of flow. Quite a long sequence from right to left side, but then we're going to bring it right down onto our backs and enjoy Shavasana at the very end. So moving towards the back of the mat, we'll set up for child's pose. Sliding the hands forward, just dropping down onto elbows. Resting the head down onto the mat. Just see if you can really unlock around the neck and shoulders. Sink the spine down and soften the hips towards the heels. And I'll just sit up so you can hear me nice and clearly. You might like to start by closing down the eyes. Just tuning into the world within you. Feeling and hearing the breath as it enters and leaves the body. Just taking a pause here. Noticing how you feel. Just setting a bar of intensity for your practice today, because this will all depend on how you're showing up, how the body feels physically, where your energy levels lie, what it is that you need from your practice today. And every class can be as restorative or as vigorous as you need it to be. You just choose options and modifications that serves. Let's take a huge big breath in together. Nice big clearing breath out. We're going to start to lift the body up into tabletop position. So we want to slide the hands in under the shoulders, knees in underneath the hips. We're going to move through some cat and cow curls just to start warming and awakening the spine. But we're going to move our hands in different directions to really awaken and open through the shoulders. So we just start by fingers pointing forward, we drop the belly, take a nice big full breath. As we exhale, rounding, lifting the spine, dropping the head really heavy. Refill the breath, roll shoulders back, spread the collarbones. Exhaling, using core strength to lift and rise. Big breath in here. Exhale, press the hands into the earth, lift the spine high, hold here. We're going to turn the fingertips toward the edges of the mat. And then this time as you drop the belly, roll shoulders back and reopen. We exhale, lift the spine. So just starting to create some different sensations around the shoulders. Stretching the throat and then lengthening the back of the neck. Take one more round. Exhale, empty, lift and rise. Hold this time. We're going to turn the hands towards the thighs. If this feels a little too intense, just lessen that rotation. So as we drop the belly, roll shoulders back, we may have a little less range here. But as we start to lift the spine, you may find that you can lift even higher. Take a couple more. Really separating between the shoulder blades. Big breath. Empty out completely. Turning the hands back forward, just settling the spine into neutral. So we're going to move forward a little up the mat, extend the left leg back, start to rock forward and back. Just right onto the toes, then pushing back into the heels. Just start to stretch and awaken now the lower half of the body. Nice big fanning stretch under the toes, into the arch of the foot. And then we're going to push the heel back, hold here, drop the heel down. You might like to dial that right shin off the mat just to widen the base. And then we're going to take a huge breath in as we reach up through left hand. As we exhale, circle that top arm around, sweep across the mat, lift the heart up, turn the gaze up, big wide circle with left arm. Rolling around the shoulder, really turning through the torso. Take one more here. Exhale, left hand lands, replace the left knee down. Changing sides, right leg back, toes tucked under. Rocking forward and back, awakening underneath the foot. Stretching into the back of the heel and the arch of the foot. Good. You can start to feel the heat building in the body as we start to move the blood. Good. And then as you push the heel back, drop it down. Dial the left shin off the mat. Right arm this time reaches towards the ceiling, really opening, spreading across chest and shoulders. We circle top arm around, sliding across the mat. Turn the chest up, roll the body open, and then exhale. The gaze follows that arm, just encouraging the whole body to move and open with its direction. Let's take one more big circle. Exhale. Right hand lands, right knee lands. We tuck both toes under. We're going to lift through plank position. And then exhale back into downward facing dog. Keep moving here. Keep pedaling the feet out. Bending through the knees, twisting the hips and torso. Sometimes just a micro movement can really change the feeling of the whole pose. That little tilt through the hips, the pressing down through the hands. Creates a beautiful big reach up the spine, a softening across the heart. And then we can all focus on the quality of our breath, returning back to full inhales. Soaking the body with fresh breath, and then as we exhale, softly sinking into the spaces it creates. One more. Exhale out. Bring the gaze forward, little baby steps. Will walk us towards the top of the mat. Feet landing under hips, hands pressed to shins. We halfway lift here. Hands wrapped to calves. Exhale, bow down. Two more like that. Push into the shins to lift the chest, to reach the crown. And then exhale, draw the torso down, drop the head heavy. Last one. Exhale, bow. Little nod, little shake helps to loosen through the back of the neck. I offer a nice bend into the knees here, just as we start to warm hamstrings, take the pressure off the lumbar spine. You might even like to cradle the elbows here, add a little extra movement, swinging the torso from right to left side. Good, and then as we release the hands down, bend the knees nice and deeply, tuck the chin. We take our time to roll the body back up to standing. Feeling that beautiful spread across the upper back. The stack of the vertebrae, we roll the shoulders back and down. And I like to add in a couple more if that also feels nice in your body. Just rolling out shoulders, releasing the base of the neck between the shoulder blades. Just moving really organically. Maybe you feel like rolling wrists and ankles, flexing the toes and the fingers. Just notice and discover what helps to create space in the body, where we're holding, where we're bracing. And then as we settle into Tadasana, we're going to move through Surya Namaskara, so our sun salutations. And we've got a few repetitions today. We're going to move into a really mindful flow state, just following the breath. You yourself is your best teacher. So choose modifications that suit. Find a vinyasa flow that helps you to create strength, but also supports and stabilizes the body. Let's inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, hands touch, hinge from the hips, fold forward, halfway lift. Step or float back, come to high push-up position, just check in here. Feel really strong alignment with the body, wake the feet up. Feel the strong lift through the thighs, the brace through the belly. Your option here for more support, soften the knees to the earth. We take a big breath in. As we exhale, bend the elbows, we lower down. Rolling shoulders back to find baby cobra. You may feel ready for a full upward facing dog. And then exhaling, reach the hips high, soften the heels down, glide back to downward dog. So a few rounds here, lots of different ways through Vinyasa. We'll always meet back in down dog. Let's take a huge breath. Nice big clearing breath out. Step or float forward, halfway lifting at the top of the mat. Bowing down, drop head heavy. Push through the feet, circle all the way over, palms touch. Exhale, following the timing of your breath out. Halfway lift. High to low push up. Remember, knees lifted or lowered. We can take baby cobra or lift to upward dog. And then exhaling, either push through your knees or roll over the toes. Glide back to down dog. One breath. Nice big breath out. Step or float to the top of the mat. Nice long spine. Folding forward. Push through the feet, circle arms overhead. Exhale, bow down. Nice and continuous, really fluid. Lift heart up. Step or float back, elbows slide past the ribs. Baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more rounds through. Inhale. Exhale. To the top of the mat, lift the heart up. Exhale, fold. Push through the feet, reach to fingertips. Exhale, folding forward, half lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale up. Exhale, back to down dog. Final round through, all you. Big breath. Step or float forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, meet you back in down dog. Follow the guidance of your own breath. Follow its timing. Pedal it out as you land, re-soften around neck and shoulders. From this beautiful, big, strong downward facing dog, we're gonna lift right heel high. 3-legged dog as you reach out of the hip and then stepping all the way through, we're gonna soften the back knee down. So using your right hand to climb up onto the thigh, we're gonna lift left arm skyward. Drawing the thumb back a little, creating a beautiful big stretch down the front of the left hip. Now we're trying not to crunch into the lower back. So if you need to pull out just a little, tuck the tailbone This will help create space through lumbar spine while still opening through the front body. Huge in your breath. And then the right arm is going to sweep up to join. We're going to grab the left wrist with your right hand, grow a little bit taller, and then arch over towards the right hand side. Just opening even more space down side body. Last breath. Good. We realign, circle the arms down, push off the front foot, fan the toes, bow forward, Ardha Hanuman. So this is a half split position. Big long stretch for the underside of that right leg. I'm going to see if we can soften forward with the torso. Using big breaths out. If the thighs really tight, bend through the knee just a little. Soften space between neck and shoulders. Just one more. Good. Then rock forward onto that right foot. Lift the back knee. We're coming all the way up into crescent lunge. On the breath out, bend the elbows, big cactus arms. Inhale, reach. Sweeping forward, take them behind you, arrow the torso forward. Find that again, inhale. Cactus arms, exhale. Inhale up, sweep behind. Hold cactus arms this time. We're going to bring the palms to touch, push off that back foot. Again, leaning forward. We're going to come into revolving crescent lunge. So the left elbow comes to the outside of the right knee. We start rotating through the torso, drawing the thumb and the heart towards one another. Taking a look over that right shoulder. Beautiful big twist for the spine here. If it feels a little too intense, left hand down, right arm reaching. Take a big breath. On the breath out, see if you can find any more space through the rotation. We're going to gaze down, right arms rise, and then we're opening to warrior two. Drop to back heel, reverse your warrior. Circle forward, extended side angle. We flow back, inhale. Exhale, circle overhead, sink into the hips. Just one more. This time as we come forward, take hands all the way down. Right foot steps back. We hold plank position. We're going to tip both heels to the right hand side. Take left arm to the sky, holding side plank here. Now we're going to step that front foot, that top leg, halfway up the mat. Pushing down through the feet to lift up through the hips and then arching through the body as we reach over. Holding here, creating lots of space through the ribs. Strong through the legs. One more breath. And then as we exhale, circle the hand down. Lower the hips to the earth. We're going to slide that right arm up the mat. Bend the elbow, cradle the head. So you're now lying down on your side. Peace fingers on the left hand, grab left big toe. So we don't roll back and forth, charge up that bottom leg, straight and strong, flex the toes back. And then we're going to start to kick the left heel up to the sky. So it can kind of look passive, like we're being a little lazy as we lie here. But there's a lot of work going on in the body, so we don't roll forward or backwards. Core is on, bottom leg pressing into the earth. We're kicking that top heel away, drawing the toes down. See if you can settle into this for a little. I know my voice is starting to shake a little, lots of activation to stabilize us, to keep us steady. Good, and then we're going to start to bend that left knee. Take both hands down onto the mat, so we're in Sphinx position, and then dropping the left leg down, but keeping the knee bent, so we're in a half frog position. So the shins parallel with the edge of the mat, we're flexing the foot, turning the body forward, encouraging the left side of the thigh and the hip to drop down, really opening into the groin. So we can hold here. If this feels enough in the body today, stay exactly where you are. If you want a little more rotation and opening through the upper body, start to straighten the right arm, slide the left arm under, rolling onto the outside of the head and shoulder. So left palm faces up. We've bent the right arm into a 90-degree angle, aiding us in this rotation. 3 breaths. Lift upper body, plant the hands and elbows back onto the mat, finding Sphinx position. Realign left leg back in line with the right. From this position, tucking both toes under, we're going to lift to plank. From plank, hips come high. Walk the toes in towards you, finding dolphin pose. So bend the knees as much as you need to so you can start to reach the hips back, creating a beautiful line from the elbows right up to the hips. Soften the ears between the biceps. And then we're going to push into the hands, lift the elbows up, take a full cycle of flow to flush the body with fresh breath. Lower down. Inhale up. Gliding back to downward facing dog. We've come all the way back to the beginning. Going to complete that sequence through left hand side, left heel rises. Stepping through, we begin with a nice low lunge. Left hand to the thigh or the knee, right arm reaches. Drawing that thumb back. Lengthening through lumbar spine so we're not tilting and sinking into the pelvis. There's almost like a lightning, a reaching up and out. Just slowing the breath. I like to use this left hand to keep encouraging the torso to grow taller. And then we add in that left arm, sweep it skyward, grab the wrist, draw the wrist up a little taller, and then encourage that arm over towards left hand side. Deepening the stretch and opening through right side body. One more. Good. Both arms circle down. Push off front foot. Ardha Hanuman. Toes lift. Heel drops down. Heart softens. So if we're really tight through the hamstrings, we'll usually compensate by twisting through the pelvis to just take a bit of pressure off. I want you to hook the thumb, encourage the left hip back. Really starting to square through the pelvis. Again, bend the knees as much as you need to. Take the strain out of the joint, put the stretch back into the belly of the muscle. Just a couple more here. Broaden the upper back. Soften the head down. And then gently rebound forward, foot lands. Lift up the back knee. We rise up into full crescent. We've got our little flow here with cactus arms. Inhale. That big sweeping arms back. Inhale. Exhale down, dropping in. Just one more. Sweep behind. This time as you come out, find cactus arms. We bring palms to touch in front. Push off back toes. Revolving crescent lunge towards the left hand side. So we're tucking the ribs under, turning the sternum right back to the thumbs. If this feels too intense, you want to modify. Right hand down, left arm reaching. Still get the perfect benefits of rotating through the torso without that really constricted feeling around the chest. Perfect pose for you if that's what you need to do today. Take a breath. Exhale, find a little bit more space. Last breath out. Gaze down. Arms sweep up. Drop back heel. We open into warrior two. And then we reverse. Big inhale. Circle forward. Extended side angle. Reversing. Little bit of flow between the two poses. Last one. We're going to circle all the way down. Both hands land. Left foot back. Hold plank position. Tip both heels to left hand side. Right arm reaches. Full side plank here. And then that top leg or that front foot, step it halfway up the mat. Plugging through the feet. Lift the hips up. Reach top arm over. So the body almost feels light because we're grounding down and then rebounding the hips high. The body cascades forward. Last breath. As you exhale, guide the hips down, reaching left arm long. Head cradled in the hand. Pieced fingers grab the top big toe. We start to kick the heel into the air. Remember how strong that bottom leg needs to stay to hold us steady, to hold us balanced. Bracing the belly. Again, drop the arm bone back into shoulder socket. Use the strength of the bicep to draw the foot towards you. Good. And then once everything's on the line, you just experience the pose. Feel the breath flow. 2 more. Start to bend that right knee. Roll onto the belly. Sphinx position through upper body. 90-degree bend through that right knee. Flexing the foot, little frog. Just holding this position to begin with, dropping a little weight down into the thigh and the pelvis to open into the groin. And it's really easy to slump and sink into Sphinx position. I want you to power it up a little. Push into hands and elbows. Draw the heart through upper arm bones. And then decide whether you want to stay here or add on. You can choose to take the left arm straight. Sweep the right arm underneath you, rest the head down. I like to reposition the left hand under the elbow, just so you can control the amount of rotation through the spine here. Then there's, again, that element where we need to apply the alignment cues and then just simply feel. Explore, experience. Notice where the body needs to stay strong and hold. Where it can actually unbrace a little, explore space. Good. Bring torso back up into Sphinx position. Release the right leg back down onto the mat. We tuck the toes. Lift to plank position once again. Walk the toes in towards you. I like to bend the knees so I can roll through hips and pelvis. Coming into dolphin pose, second time. I have a bit of restriction around my shoulders at the moment. So if you're the same, stay out of it a little if it's uncomfortable. I like to just test them though, increase the range a little. Drop the heart down, slow the breath. And then as you feel ready, press up onto the hands. Find downward dog, one final Vinyasa flow, come forward. Elbows slide past the ribs, straighten the arms, spread across the chest. Exhale all the way back to downward facing dog. We're going to bend at the knees, let them land onto the earth, and then walk the hands in towards the thighs. So a very gentle camel flow here before we come down onto the mat. We're going to sweep and circle the right arm up and behind us. Just see if you can locate the right heel. And then turn the chest up, turn the gaze up. Just exploring this half camel variation. You can sweep the arm back over and then try left hand side. Lead with the little finger. Both hands land onto the heel, turn the heart up, feel that big stretch and opening across left side. And then gently come back out. Now we can continue alternating right and left side if that feels really nice, opening gently in the body. If you have camel in your practice, you want to take both hands onto the heels, start to squeeze through the glutes, push the thighs forward, roll the shoulders back, just lifting heart center, lifting the gaze up. Another variation, we can take hands into the small of the back or onto the back of the hips, just gently pushing the hips forward, drawing the elbows together. And as you feel ready, bracing the belly, bring the body back up nice and tall, untuck the toes. Just sit the heels, the hips back between the heels. Gentle hero's pose, hands walk back. Really nice stretch for the thighs. And then walking forward. We're going to sweep the legs to one side, bring them out in front of us. Scoot up the mat so there's lots of space behind us to roll down. We can either use the hands on the legs for support. You may know by now I reach the arms forward. I like just that last little bit of core work as we roll down. Tucking chin, tucking tailbone. Guiding the spine down one vertebrae at a time. Head lands, arms release. We're going to slide the heels up towards the bottom. Coming into bridge pose and then a gentle hip opener before we close. So you might like to reach the hands around, touch the back of the heels. Just ensure that their ankles are nice and close. We're roughly hip distance. And then with either arms long or bent up at 90 degrees, we push into the earth, lifting the hips up nice and high. I want to roll the outsides of the shoulders onto the earth, really spreading across the chest. Squeezing glutes and thighs, powering up our posture. And then from this position, we're going to draw the left knee in towards the chest. Lay the outside of the ankle to the top of the right thigh, flexing the foot, opening the knee, and then rebuilding our bridge, squeezing through hips, through the glutes, through the thighs, stabilizing the body once again. Holding steady. Last inhale, push through right foot, lift a little higher. And then unhooking the foot with control, roll the spine back down. Tuck the tailbone. You'll feel the weight of the hips land. Maybe just knock the knees together, rest the legs. And then we'll take this on the second side. Bridge pose, number 2. Heels close, feet hip distance. Choose where you want to reach and rest through the arms. Roll up into bridge. So just start to notice the symmetry in this posture to begin with. And then we want to feel this symmetry even though we're lifting one leg off the ground. So as we draw the right knee in, ankle to thigh, open the knee. You notice there's a real twist through the pelvis, squeeze through the glutes, even using your hands to guide the hips up. Getting a beautiful stretch through the outer hip. Building strength, tiny stabilizers around hips and pelvis. Slow the breath. Good. Peak. One more breath. Push left foot into the earth. And then unhooking the foot. Roll the spine down. Hips land. Legs can relax. Maybe just bring the soles together for a moment. Allow the knees to open wide. Bringing the arms up into cactus position. It's taking up loads of space here, softening through the back of the heart. Lots of transition, lots of different variations and postures today. So just let everything settle for a moment. Just noticing the belly rising and falling. And I do love these restorative postures as much as I love all the movement. One of my favourite Sarah Blondin quotes, whenever I tend to pause and really feel into the warmth of the body and the breath, she simply says, I am here in this body, I am home. I am here in this body, I am home. Yeah, we'll draw the knees together, hug them into the chest, maybe lifting the head up. Just drawing knee to nose, really rounding through the spine. Letting the feet land, extending the legs long. We settle into Shavasana. So grab your blocks, props, blankets, eye pillows, whatever you like to do to experience completely full relaxation here. Just allowing the whole body to spill open, to sink down into the support of the earth. Just unlocking all the joints, softening the belly, encouraging the spine to melt down. Just feeling into the lightness of the breath, lifting and rising the chest. Yeah, that exhale helps to unlock the jaw around the neck, all the tiny muscles in the face. We soften the skin. We turn the palms up. Just offering ourselves to this moment, absorbing all the benefits of every posture we've just completed. I always encourage you to stay here in Shavasana as long as time permits. No rush. Just resting, take a moment. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for jumping on your mat, following along. I hope to see you again soon. Namaste.